In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build a $40,000 per month coloring book empire. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Caroline and I make videos to help you master your mindset and make money online so that you can build a life you love. If you do enjoy watching videos like this, please take a moment to subscribe. It really helps a small channel like mine. And don't forget to click that bell so you do get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, when I say that you can make $40,000 per month from coloring books, or $10 per month from logbooks, or anything like that where I attach a figure to it, I make sure that I've gotten these figures from somewhere concrete. I haven't just plucked these figures from thin air and said, hey, upload 1,000 logbooks and you'll be making $10,000 per month. No, I like to take my figures from real life case studies, and that's what this video is all about. A real brand making real money. And it's something that any single one of us can do. If you are already involved in low content book publishing, or already publishing your own coloring books, or maybe you're just a really keen color innerer, then you might have already heard of Jade Summer. If not, Jade Summer is one of the leading brands of adult coloring books on Amazon, and in just a few short years have built a mammoth brand within the adult coloring book niche. I've been looking into this brand for the last couple of months and trying to figure out what it is that makes them so successful. In this business, you'll quite often hear, don't reinvent the wheel, just find what's working and do the same. And when you hear that, they don't mean go out and just copy somebody's product or their design or anything like that. They mean copy their strategies, copy the way they execute marketing, copy the way they have built a brand. So when I see someone who is being super successful, I want to know how they have done it and is it something that I can do too. Let's take a quick look at the Jade Summer products that are available on Amazon.com. Jade Summer uploaded their first coloring book in 2016 and now have 160 coloring books available. They do discontinue books sometimes that are perhaps some of their older ones that don't generate as much sales as the newer ones, and they are always releasing new books too. So they aren't focused on just having a large amount of books in their inventory. They like quality. Before I go on, I do want to show you how I came up with the figure of $40,000 per month that Jade Summer could possibly be earning, and then I'll go over how they have done it. So each book on Amazon is given a bestseller ranking. And this can change all throughout the day, week, and month, depending on what sales they are receiving. So my figures are based on the bestseller ranking I looked at the time I was doing my research a few days ago, but it'll give us a good idea of their potential income. I looked at their books sort of by popularity, which is what you're seeing here, and I went through the first 100 books. Now, what's really interesting as I went through all their BSRs is the lowest BSR they have is 484. The highest BSR that they have was in the 500,000s, but that was just a one-off. Pretty much 90% of their books in the top 100 have a BSR of lower than 100,000. I mean, I think all of us would be pretty happy with a few books with a ranking lower than 100,000, but 90, that's just insane. So I then used the BSR sales calculator to get a prediction of what sales they could be making based on those BSRs. So using that tool, we have a total amount of sales of 21,505 books sold per month. If I look at using a $2 royalty, that is $43,000 per month. Okay, so firstly, they are making way more than this, and I'll tell you why. I just can't tell you exactly how much. One, I only looked at their first 100 books, so there are at least 60 other books that they have for sale that I haven't included in this figure. Two, the sales that the BSR calculator tool predicts are pretty conservative. I have heard multiple people say that they have compared their actual sales with this BSR Amazon sales calculator tool, and they do say that the calculator tool always underestimates the amount of sales. So they are likely to be making more sales than what that tool has predicted. Number three, they not only sell paperback coloring books, they also sell digital versions of their coloring book, which we will look at later on. But those sales aren't included in this figure either, because I have no way of even estimating how many sales they are making with those. And 4, they sell books with a range of different page counts. So some of their books have 200 pages, some of their books have 100 pages. The books with less pages are typically priced lower than the bigger books, but obviously the printing and Amazon costs are going to be lower as well. And using Amazon's royalty calculator, they would be making somewhere between $2 to $3.50 royalty per book, depending on the sale price and the page count. But I have done my calculations based on the lower $2 royalty just to be conservative. If they are making higher royalties on some of their books, their income is going to be higher than what I've calculated. I would love to know their actual sales income because I am nosy like that. But even so, $40,000 per month is absolutely incredible. And I think every single one of us would love to be in that position. So how have they done this? Let's take a look. So when you look at the Jade Summer Amazon page, they have completed their author information. And also I'm saying they because Jade Summer is a brand, a pen name. It is very unlikely it's a real person. They have listed their website address, so we can hop on over there and see what's going on their website. It's a very simple website that looks like a WordPress site with a very basic theme, probably a free theme. And their website is strictly to promote their books. There's no generic landing page, there's no pop-ups or popovers or any annoying distractions to take you away from the actual coloring books for sale. Earlier I mentioned they are making sales from digital editions as well as paperbacks. So if we click on one of their products, what they do is they have this link to go buy the paperback version on Amazon, which, as a side note, is an affiliate link. So they are also making affiliate income for sending their own customers to Amazon to buy their books. So then just below, they have a link for if you want to buy the digital version. Click on that link and it tells you that you can buy the digital edition from Lulu. Lulu is a print-on-demand book service, much like Amazon KDP, but you can print specialty books. You can print hardcover books, spiral books, and more specialized types of books and covers, which is really cool. Honestly, I'm not actually sure why they are selling their digital editions through Lulu when they could just put them on their own website and make a much higher profit, but perhaps, I don't know, they wanted access to Lulu's customer base, maybe. And are you wondering whether they would even sell many digital versions? Well, I saw a post on their Facebook group recently where someone asked about the quality of the paper that the paperback version is printed on, and guess what? So many people commented on that post saying they prefer to buy the digital versions because then they can print it on any GSM of paper that they want. I regularly see people making posts in that private group about buying the digital versions and preferring that so that they can print the pages themselves. They have some links right down in the footer, and there is also a copyright attached to this publishing company, Fritzen Publishing, so I had a look there. This website has nothing other than a link to Jade Summer, but I originally assumed that they only had the Jade Summer brand, but there is also a link to Fritzen Publishing on Amazon, which leads to an author called Alexander Kennedy. In the author bio, it says owned by Fritzen Publishing LLC. That's interesting. It's a totally different niche of books, but it looks like they aren't focused on this brand anyway, as there are no recent books uploaded, and I'm sure the BSRs are nothing compared to Jade Summer. There is a Fritzen Publishing Facebook page, but it's not active and they don't have a following here. There is also a link to an Eric Fritzen, manager of Fritzen Publishing on LinkedIn, but again, no activity here either. I did look up on Facebook the people connected with Fritzen Publishing, but their Facebook profiles are private or they aren't active there, so they aren't publicly talking about their business on their own Facebook profiles. On Facebook, they have a Jade Summer Facebook page, which has almost 34,000, over 34,000. When I looked at this the other day, it was under 34, but they now have 34,001 people liking their page. And here is where they have a coloring page of the day where they post images of their customers' completed coloring pages. I mean, what better marketing for your product than your own customers just showing off your product, not even paying them. They're paying you because they've bought the product. They also post when a new book is released on Amazon or Lulu. They also have a private Facebook group, and this has over 12,000 members In the group, their customers get to be even more involved in the brand. They will post alternative book covers and ask group members to choose which one they like better. This helps them get their branding and books on point and know in advance what cover is going to sell better. They give their group members advance notice when a book is going to be released. Their group members get to make their own posts to show off their coloring pages, as well as being able to ask questions about coloring, such as what kind of markers are best to use, or showing photos of receiving their Jade Summer order in the mail. Seriously, you cannot get better marketing than this. This is what everybody should aim for. Not only is it free, they've created this community around the brand where the customers have become so involved, they feel like a part of the brand. They then turn into dedicated, loyal customers, buying pretty much everything that gets released. And they are more than happy to rush over to Amazon and leave 5-star reviews. Now, not only are they promoting their brand through Facebook, back over on their website, they have a link to a free coloring book. This book is available to buy on Amazon for $9.99, but if you hand over your email address on their website, they'll send you a digital version for free. Now, as I mentioned earlier, when you go to their website, there are no distractions. It's basically showing you what they have for sale and how to buy it. So even this free coloring book, while it would help generate a lot of email addresses for their mailing list, their primary focus is getting paid, making sales. Now, something interesting back over on their Facebook page, while I was doing my research last month, they were running an advertisement, but this ad isn't currently running, so I can't show it to you. But it was an ad directing people to that page to download a free coloring book. So instead of running ads and sending their customers straight to Amazon to make a purchase, they're using Facebook advertising to just keep building their email list. And that is to get that initial boost of sales and reviews when a new book is released. So the main secret to their success is building their email list. And something else I would love to know is how big that mailing list is. So when I joined their email list, the first email I received was the download for the free coloring book. Their email sequence then told me about their Facebook page and group. And since joining their newsletter a month or so ago, I receive around 2 emails per week from them. I receive an email either promoting a new release or an email that is going through a few books that are currently available, or an email asking for a review. And I'll show you how they word it. So this is the email. I didn't even purchase this coloring book. This email goes out to their whole list. They don't target a book you might have purchased from them, or even whether you've purchased one or not. This is what they email out. So they thank everyone who has purchased that particular coloring book, and they hope you enjoyed it. And if you have missed any emails about that particular coloring book, this is where you can find it on our Amazon store to buy it. If you have already purchased the book and want to leave a review, please go do so. And they've got a link to leave a review. So even if you haven't bought it, they're then promoting it to you in case you didn't even know about it. And if you have bought it, they're asking for reviews. So they're the kind of emails that they're sending out to their whole list. These emails combined with their Facebook group are how they get reviews, and so many reviews so quickly, and how they get such great BSRs. They advise their group members in advance that there's going to be a release. So this is building anticipation. As soon as it is released, those customers are off onto Amazon to buy it, which gives them that low BSR from the get-go. Then as soon as their customers start receiving their books, they're back on Amazon leaving reviews. And what does Amazon do when a book is generating sales, so many sales so quickly and getting such good reviews? It's going to keep putting it in front of their own customers. And that's how you get the organic sales, and it keeps climbing those bestseller rankings, which means it gets in front of even more of Amazon's customers, and that's how they end up with a great BSR that actually stays with the book for a long period of time. So as you can see, these are strategies that anyone can implement, and it can also be done in any niche at all. This isn't strictly for coloring books. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.